Hi everyone, my name is Justin DeRoy. You tuned in for a Hi-Fi Productions review. I haven't done a review in a while now, but a little movie called Ready Player One came out recently, and I really wanted to get a chance to put in my review of this movie, because not only did I really actually enjoy watching the movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed the book as well. So this review's kind of be like an amalgamation of both a review of the movie plus kind of my comparisons of what I did and didn't like, of what was changed from the book. So that being said, if you haven't read the book, you haven't seen the movie, you don't want either of those spoiled, don't watch this review, because I'm going to spoil stuff from both. So first thing off, I'm going to say about things I liked about the movie. This is something that he changed quite a bit, was a kind of a big change from the books, and that was actually the 3 challenges that they had to complete to actually obtain the keys to finish the quest and get the Easter egg at the end. Completely changed really from the book, each challenge, because in fact they made it a lot more complicated in the book, and I kind of like how they did it, but the choices that they made to make the changes I actually thought was really good, and made the movie actually a little bit more exciting, because in the book it wasn't just, you know, how it was in the movie. You had 3 challenges to complete and you got a key at the end of each one. In the book it was, first there's your initial clue. That would lead you to where the key was. Then there was a challenge to actually obtain the key. Then once you obtained the key, then you then give them another clue to find the clue for the next key, which you then had to complete again, and then you got a clue to go on your way to find another key. Of course, in the movie, it was just one and done. You got a clue. That led you to where the test was for the key, and then you got another clue right after that. You didn't have to complete another test to get your next clue. So, I really like that. And plus, that race sequence at the beginning of the movie was pretty freaking awesome, just because you get all these cool iconic cars thrown in there. Of course, Parcel's DeLorean, the Akira bike, Bigfoot. There's so many other ones that they threw in there that it would take me too long to go list of all of them, but yeah, that was a pretty awesome race. So I have really no complaints about the changes they made to the test from the test in the book to the test that they put in the movie there. They throw in like some stuff that kind of ties it into, mostly towards the end. Of course, you got his final test was to play adventure and find the Easter egg within that game, which was in the book. It was the very, very last one he had to do to finally, complete the quest to get to his Easter egg. But, yeah. Also, I would like to say that I thought it was a really good choice what they made for their second test, which was having to play for The Shining, because I know like some of the stuff that they had to change because probably due to the copyright and stuff like that, probably had to use mostly focus on properties that Warner Brothers already owns the rights to. And I thought it was a really nice choice for the second test. They had to play for The Shining, because they do have tests where they had to play for movies, but in the book there was only 2 that they had. That was trying to remember. Oh yeah, War Games was in the first test he had to actually complete to get his next clue for the Jade Key. And then at the very end of the movie he also got another one where he had to play through the Holy Grail. And again, that being said, I thought it was a good choice though that they decided to go with The Shining, because particularly I thought the one scene where they show like the Sixers, like they figured out that they had to play for The Shining, so like that, and then the one guy's like, so we figured out where the next test is, so now we just have to play for The Shining. You just see the room of the Sixers where, you know, their game consoles are, and everyone just yelling and screaming and stuff like that in their chairs and shit. That was pretty funny. One thing I don't necessarily say this is something I didn't like, but I wish that they could have tried to make more involvement of this in the movie, and that was Ogden Morrow's character, because in the books he had a lot more involvement in the movie, and then they kind of like took that out. Just really, you only got to see his character in a bunch of those flashbacks when they go into his video journals and stuff like that. I thought it was a little lame because, you know, there was actually some main points that they had him in the book that they completely didn't even bother using. And one was being that scene that they had in the movie and so like that they kind of altered where they're at the nightclub and so like that has like this zero gravity like kind of dance floors and stuff like that, and they kind of like dance in the air. That was actually supposed to be in the book Ogden Morrow's birthday party that he throws every year within the Oasis. And there's this, that's where they show in the scene where they get attacked by the Sixers in the movie and so like that. And rather than them using that Zemeckis cube, they're actually saved by Ogden Morrow because his character has like super user access. So like taking out an army of Sixers trying to, you know, take them out was actually quite easy for him. So, and then there's the fact that also at the end, he's the one who helps actually whisk, you know, the High Five crew to his, you know, mansion out in, like, Oregon or something like that to help protect them from, like, you know, the Sixers trying to come after them in the real world and kill them. Which was something I thought was kind of lame, but I kind of understand they might have changed it just because they maybe not been able to get PG if they'd done this. And it maybe wouldn't seem as family friendly also, but they changed that, you know, there's a little more consequences and so like that in this one than there was, less consequences and so like that in the movie than there was in the book, because in the book they do actually kill one of the members of High Five, and that was Daito. He gets offed. And that's the reason why in the book they're whisked away to safety in Oregon, where, you know, Ogden Morrow lives and so like that in his mansion. And instead he just gets kind of written in as just being, you know, this little bit role at the very end of the movie, plus you find out he's the curator. That's how they decide to work in how he gets the coin, because that's, I'm not going to go in like how that actually works in the book and stuff like that, because it's a long, complicated explanation. But I thought it was clever how they worked that in. That is probably the only one redeeming part of it, that how they changed it so like that's how Parzival gets his coin for his extra life is from Ogden. He gives him because he won a bet. That was kind of neat because I thought, yeah, because I didn't see it coming. There's a neat little surprise they have in there, but still wish he had a little bit more involvement with this character like they did in the book. Also, we're gonna go into this like, don't know why this is necessary. I still think you could have kept the movie, you know, family friendly and so like that. But I feel like they simply changed Shaito, who in the book, to Sho, from being a, you know, grown adult to a child in the movie. I don't see why that had to be doing. Why that had to be done. It's like, my best guess is that they just thought like, oh, keep it family friendly and stuff like that. And like, look, it's a cute little Asian child and stuff like that. But I didn't see the reason for it. Didn't see the reason why they had to change. They changed his name from Saito to Sho. And then they also changed him from being a full-grown adult in the books than an 11-year-old child. Didn't see any reason for why they needed to do that. They still could have, I think, kept a nice family-friendly movie and so like that, and didn't have to change him from being a full-grown adult to a child. I don't know. They just thought because it's a YA book that all of them should be like young children, so like that. Which he's not like, I don't think nearly as young as like the other members like H and Artemis and Parzival, who are all about, I think, 18 and 19. Him and Daito, I believe, somewhere in like their 20s, but still, I just don't see why. it doesn't ruin the movie, but it's annoying that they did that because it seemed like a very unnecessary change that they made. So last thing I'm going to talk about is that big fight scene. One of my favorite things in the movie, other than the race, I think. The race and then the fight, big battle that they have then was pretty awesome. I felt like it could have been more awesome if they had it like in the book, but again, I understand there's certain things they couldn't use because they didn't have the rights to those properties. And maybe also time constraints in the movie because the movie's already a little over 2 hours long. But I kind of thought it was cool how in the book, each one of the, main characters and stuff like that, they're still alive at least. Because like I said, there's short actually one member that wasn't even going to be there at the first fight scene, Daito. But they each actually had their own mechs to use. I can't even remember their names because they're kind of like these obscure robot characters that they had in the book and stuff like that. And that's another probably reason, like, if they use those characters that they used from the book, a lot of people are like, and who's that? Actually, the villains had more iconic villains because I believe they're the ones who actually had a Gundam. I can't remember. It might have been H who had a Gundam. I have to go back in the books again to review that. I'm gonna say it's H. He had a Gundam, but the villains, because they had a bunch of the Sixers. I'm trying to say. They also had mechs besides just Sorrento, because they had an Evangelion, and they also had all the robots to form Ultron, which sadly, if they could have put that in there, it would be cool that maybe instead of what happens in the book and a bunch of at least a few of the robots, they got destroyed before they can even form Ultron in the book. Maybe if they kept that, they could have at least formed Ultron. That would have been a cool fight. But I was at least very happy though, because I was thinking, like, if they can't use Mechagodzilla for Sorrento, I'll be super bummed, because that really made that whole big fight scene at the end of the book was super freaking awesome. So I was like, if they can't use it, I'm gonna be so bummed. And they have him summon up the Mechagodzilla. They have the classic, Godzilla music in there. I was so pumped to see that, and it was still pretty entertaining, though, to get to see, the Gundam, fly out from the Serenity ship, and have this big throwdown with them, so like that. Even though they didn't do it like it was in the movie and so like that. In the movie, like, you have Parzival takes him down by turning in also the Ultraman, because as the mechs, he has what they kind of replaced with the gauntlet that turns Daito into Gundam is actually a device that turns you into Ultraman for 3 minutes, and they changed that out. But I'm not going to complain too much because it still turned out super awesome. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's for the most part, that's really all the things I liked or disliked that they changed for the movie that were in the book. Yeah, this movie came out really, turned out really great. I had a lot of fun watching it. I can see that obviously from the reactions I've seen coming out for this movie, a lot of other people liked it, and I'm just really happy with what we got. So. But yeah, that's my review for this movie. If you'd like to have me see more, go ahead and tell me in the comments below. But also be sure to also subscribe and also like this video if you enjoyed it. And there will be a link come up right up there in the corner in a little bit for you guys to subscribe to this channel. Also, at the very top, you will see a link to my short film, Time Travel Sucks. It is a little time travel comedy that I put together. So, you guys watch that. Let me know what you think. That is it for me today. Goodbye.